Andros Papadakis will be here today in this game. As FSA take on West Torrens Birkalla. Not too far away from each other as well. But they will be we've got the AI cameras as well here. Hello and welcome to round 2 of the Apex Steel Women's NPL. We've got FSA taking on West Torrens Birkalla today at Service FM Stadium. We'll go through the lineups for you. For the stateside, it's in between the sticks is number 90, Amelie Miller. We've got number 3, Tegan Myshik. Number 6, Erin Prince. Number 12, Michaela Holdcroft. Number 13, Marley Donsberg. Number 14, Ruby King. Number 20, Ashlyn Cornolo. Number 23, Daisy Drawwater. Number 51, Karina Rossi. Number 52, Maeve Nicholas. And number 70, Sian Dewey. And for the visitors, it's in between the sticks is number 20, Ayano Kurosawa. Number 2, Ellie Prenensis. Number 4, Nicole Robertson. Number 5, Annalise Simpson. Number 7, Talia Bellardo. Number 8, Sasha Williams. Number 11, Angela Mills. Number 12, Alice McCauley. Number 16, Sarah Chappell. And number 25, Jasmine Franks. And leading the line is number 10, Lena Vogelsund, who did score 3 goals last week against Campbelltown City. Football South Australia did draw 1-1 to Modbury Vista at the same ground here on pitch 1. We're on pitch 2 today on this beautiful Saturday afternoon in Adelaide, in Jeps Cross. It'll be FSA in their traditional red colour. We've got Birkalla in their white. We'll be swapping sides. Captain for FSA is Marley Donsberg, the 19-year-old, number 13. Keep an eye out for her, and of course keep an eye out for the likes of Karina Rossi and Maeve Nicholas, who of course have spent some time in the Adelaide United senior women's side as well. most beautiful facility out here in Jeps Cross. Got, of course, on view 2 pitches here, as well as the back pitch behind us, pitch 1, which currently on that pitch is another game. It would be Salisbury Inter on Campbelltown City over on that pitch. We'll keep you posted with those scores throughout the day, but it's just about to kick off over there on the main pitch. Looks like it will be. FSA to get us underway here. Round 2 of the Apex Steel WNPL. And it's underway. And here is Rossi, who does go long. It's a bit of a battle in the midfield as goes all the way back through to the centre back. And out wide. Long down the line, and it's ball over the top, but it's a free kick. And an FSA player on the floor. It's a long throw, and it's headed on, and it's pushed out for another throw in. Long. It's headed on by the Bcala striker. The slot through ball through, and it's snapped up nicely by the FSA defender as it goes back the way for FSA. Here's a chance to drive. And that's Maeve Nicholas brought down and gets a free kick to her name. Oh, and it's a bit of a technique there as it's sent into the box straight through by Michaela Holdcroft. Into the arms of Kurosawa. Sent on. Draw water wide. Pushed on again. Chased by Maishik. Here's Mills. Over to Bellardo. Bellardo, and it's pushed out of safety by Ruby King. And it will be a corner for Birkalla. Looks like they won't be in a rush to take this one either. Oh, and it's just brought to safety there by Miller, and she managed to get the long ball out and sent on, but Birkalla deals with that nicely at the back. It's Jasmine Franks. FSA on the ball here as they try come the other way now. Rossi. Dealt with again by Franks. All the way back to Kurosawa. Nearly dispossessed again, but it goes again for Bcala. They come now and they are chasing. Taken back to the left back and took on. Mayhalif there. Just goes back again. And will be a throw for FSA as they send the through ball along down the line. It is headed back out by Eli Pirensis. Ball progressed down the line. It's Nicholas who just doesn't get a foot to it. And again, it'll be Birkalla chasing, and it's a player brought down, and it looks like it was Fogelsund. Here is Birkalla, Fogelsund, and back to Macaulay, over to Franks. It's pushed off the ball, and it's Adelaide going the other way now, and draw water. Pushes it on, it's strike from distance by Karina Rossi. Just puts it over the bar. Going to be a goal kick. Because Draw Water did score last week in that 1-1 draw to Modbury. She's starting today. Absent is Ava G, Sophie Tarasenko and Bellamy Touche, who of course did take to the pitch. And that's Mahalif at right back there for FSA, and heads it over to Maeve Nicholas, and Draw Water goes backwards to Miller. Again, out wide and back for MSA. They go on. It's cleared by McCall. And here's Mahalif. She does have Nicholas out wide, and she tries to go through to Karina Rossi, who's brought down, and that's Ellie Corinsis. And back out to Draw Water. Cleared once again by Macaulay, and tries to send it back on. It's Angela Mills as well, playing on the wing for Birkalla. Of course, on the bench as well is for Adelaide United, Mia Trimboli, Sophia Canova, Kimmy Van Rensburg, Kiara O'Reilly, Ella Carvalho. For the visitors, Marie Pronotsis, Lara Dragani, Hayley Needs, Emily Cousins, Mabel Day, and Kendall Jenner. Not that one, but not the one you think of, but this Kendall Jenner, of course. Here's Torrens Birkalla. And Emily Miller with the ball now. Of course, being kept out of that A-League women's squad by Ilona Melek. Trajectory to Emily Miller. It's a good turn by Marley Donsberg, and she goes backwards to Conolo and back to Miller. And it's a great long ball, and it's headed on by Macaulay backwards. Now a chance to drive. The ball over the top for Karina Rossi. He's got one. Doesn't have the second. She gets around the second. It slots it near post, and it's saved by Kurosawa. And it will be a corner. That's what Karina Rossi does best here in the red of Adelaide United. Of course, the red of FSA as well. It will be a corner. There's lots of numbers in the box crowding the keeper. Headed on. It's cleared by the Torrens. And it will be a free kick by the looks of it for the Birkalla goalkeeper, Ayana Kurosawa. Who is, of course, keeping that of Kendall Jennett out of the squad. They did keep a clean sheet first game. This time Birkalla, 3 goals to Lena Vogelsund. Quite struggle as well in pre-season with goals. Didn't start all of the games, but she did get subbed on late in the game when they were losing 5-0, 7-1, 2-2 draw, etc. as Emily Miller gets the ball back. Goes out to her left back, and left wing rather, and Karina Rossi goes backwards. And then headed on again. And it's just pushed out once again, and it's free kick, throw in rather, to West Torrens Birkalla. Bit of a scramble in the middle of the park between the two sides, and it's headed on by Marley Donsberg, and back out again. Holdcroft. It's all the way back over to Emily Miller. And again out. It's just about 12 minutes on the clock, thanks to the One World LED and Sportal Systems scoreboard. Of course, major partner of the Apex still, NPLSA, as West Torrens Birkalla have a chance to drive. It's brought down at the corner flag, and it's dealt with very nicely out of the park, and pushed back out for another throw for West Adelaide. FSA rather. Here's Birkalla. The ball down the line and doesn't have enough power onto it, and it just gets pushed out for a goal kick again for Birkalla. And it will be Emily Miller taking it. Once again, the goal kick. She's taken it very short, and under pressure here, the defense, as they go on and try to find Sian Dewey, of course, in the middle of the park, but it doesn't, and it's sent on again by Mechalif. take this throw. She does down the line, tries to find Karina Rossi, who's chasing. Pushed on to Mills. Mills up against Maheli. Pushed on for another throw now for Birkalla. Throw taken quickly. Pushed on by Sarah Chappell. Pushed the other way, and Siandui in the midfield as Mahelif does try to find Karina Rossi, who does get the ball off her. Here's Karina Rossi. Over to a counterpart, and a strike from distance. Oh my word! What a goal! Football South Australia go 1-0 up here at Service FM Stadium. And that was Karina Rossi who set the goal up. It was a brilliant pass to, I think, was Marley Donsberg. Will be a drinks break as well here. That was a beautiful throw up the line by Mehelef. Getting chased as it tried to be headed on by Angela Mills, who goes into the center of the park. It's going to be another throw in. Look at this replay once again. It was brought down by Sian Dewey, who did manage to find Mahelef, and Karina Rossi was sent into the middle of the park. And it was Marley Donsberg with the screamer from outside of the box, and it's 1-0 to FSA. 16 minutes in, thanks to the One World LED and Sportal System scoreboard here at Service FM Stadium. Pitch 2. Oh, we've got a break in play. We'll take a look at that. Salisbury into game against Campbelltown, and it is 0-0 still over there, as just parallel to this pitch on pitch 1. And it was a great performance by West Torrens last week in their 3-0 win against this Campbelltown side, and FSA did draw their game against Modbury Vista. Of course, Modbury Vista looked quite good in pre-season and into that first game of the year, as it's broken quickly for Karina Rossi. Gets around the first, gets around the second, strikes it near post, and that's a great tip over the bar by Kurosawa. And it will be another corner for them now. Looks like it will be an FSA corner. Of course, Marley Donsberg did play for Salisbury Inter and was substituted at half time of that game last week. Here's Dewey. Goes back to Donsberg. Just picked up by Kurosawa. And you would assume she'd go quickly here, as she sends a long ball down to Vogelsund. And it's Annalise Simpson who knocks it out for another throw for her. Throw. Throw in sent on. Again, all the way through and out for another throw. Will be taken quickly and will be an FSA slowly creeping forward. They send a long throw over the top, and here's another chance for them as they drive and they get another throw. Gone straight through for a goal kick. 18 minutes into this game, thanks to the One World and LED and Sportal system for your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. Of course, 1-0 here at Service FM Stadium. Ball sent on, headed by Sian Dui. And then sent on again. It's going to be chased down by the FSA defender, and it will be her throw. Chased by Bcala. And back to Kurosawa. Goes on. Bit of a miss kick in the middle of the park, and it's chased by the Birkalla midfielder. She does turn. Goes the other way and tries to find her man in the middle, and doesn't quite get there. Is Sian Dui. Marley Donsberg just gets dispossessed again by Macaulay. Goes the other way and sends a long ball down to Franks. Doesn't quite get there in time either. Emily Miller again. No pressure at all, and slowly gets pressure as it's sent out to the fullback, and Birkalla get the better of her. Back the other way. Sent wide and sent box into the cross, and it's slopped through, and it's not quite. Bardo, but it will be FSA who will restart play, and here's Dewey. Mayhelif. Back to Cornolo. Draw water. And here's Dewey now, who's driving, and she does have Karina Rossi in the park, and it's cleared by Alice Macaulay, the former Sturt Marion player. Elsewhere around the grounds as well, we'll keep you up to date. It's just that game now, but kicking off at 2:30. Adelaide City versus Adelaide United game. Flinders versus Modbury Vista. And then it's those 3 o'clock games, which will be Sturt Lions taking on Metro Stars, as FSA have a chance here to go 2-0 up. It's brought backwards. Donsberg. It's a nice turn by Ruby King, but gets dispossessed. And here now is Chapel. He's pushed it again. Back to Cornolo. Here's Dewey. Chase to draw water. Slots a through ball through to the arms of Kurosawa. She's pushing it back out. Vogelsund sends it to Mills. Sends the ball through. And it's Talia Bellado chasing, who's putting pressure on Emily Miller, but goes the other way. And here's Cornolo. Who finds Nicholas. And then finds draw water. He does go to Karina Rossi. Cuts inside by Rossi and strikes again, and it's possessed. Oh, back the other way. Of course, Karina Rossi, Victorian, before her time at the Red. She did have a standout season with Box Hill in the NPL Victoria Women's. Got 2 goals in that final to give Box Hill the championship against the Heidelberg. 9 goals that campaign, pretty much earned her a move to the Reds. She's had a couple of A-League appearances this season here, and here she is now. Tries to strike it, headed on. It's cleared backwards. All the way back to Holdcroft, and he slots it into the middle of the park, and it's cleared once again. The Birkalla defender in Corley. Of course, if you're just tuning into the news as well, it was Adrian Segasic, who's changed his eligibility to Croatian. Australia therefore unable to represent Australia internationally, as a couple of these girls have done at a youth level, like he did. But going back the other way now is Dewey. Finds Donsberg and goes the other way. Will be Mahelif again, who will take a throw. Tries to find Rossi, goes at the top of her. And goes back to Macaulay. And back to Kurosawa. Torrens driving forward. Headed on again by the FSA player. Goes back the other way and sets it through, of course. A lot of these girls in this side have come up through this NTC system and gone on to represent youth national teams and the likes, Adelaide United, etc. But not many of these people in this squad have played for West Torrens Birkalla. Their men's team is doing pretty well, but FSA girls have a couple of them who have, I guess, represented the Junior Matildas in a training camp in April last year, and Ruby King, who's stepped foot onto the pitch against Thailand in Australia's under-17s. As well as a couple others who have represented the country in futsal and the state with futsal and national champs. As it's sent down. Be a goal kick. a corner, rather, is the call. This Torrens Birkalla to take it. And I did watch this FSA game in pre-season, and Metro Stars did lose 9-0 to them. One of my first ever games watching women's, but came as a shock to me rather, because Metro Stars weren't that bad and did only lose. I mean, they did lose 5-1 to West Adelaide last night at Kilburn, followed by the men's, who won their first game this season, 3-0. It's half an hour on the One World LED and Sportal System scoreboard. And it's sent in, and it's claimed by Emily Miller. Goes back the other way. There's no one up there for the NTC. Goes backwards, but here's Dewey, who slots a through ball through, and she's offside. Maeve Nicholas. Free kick. Inside the half, which is a bit interesting, but it's a ball sent in. That's again all the way through and out front of the goal kick. Corner. Couple of to it. It looks like it will be corner kick. Car park side as it's sent in. Dealt with by Emily Miller, but not quite, as it's sent on long once again. And Emily Miller again retains that ball. Still 0-0 in that other game as well. Salisbury Inter and Campbelltown City. Did recruit quite well. But Adelaide Comets later today up against Uni. There's a ball sent on, and here's Karina Rossi, who will go herself. Goes on the inside. Here's Karina Rossi from distance, and it's a goal. That's what she does best in the red of Adelaide United, and it's what she does best in the red of the NTC. And it's 2-0 to FSA here at Service FM Stadium. West Torrens Bcala now 2-0 down after that 3-0 victory in that first game. She has played 9 games in the A-League with just the 1 goal, Karina Rossi. It was a goal against Newcastle Jets in January. Coming off the bench. Did score the winner in the 73rd minute. Of course, this season in the NPLSA, she doesn't have a goal, rather. It's her first game this season, but did score 9 goals in the league. Country at youth level, junior national team camps, and funnily enough did spend some time on the Melbourne City books before heading over to Adelaide alongside fellow Victorian Paige Zoyce, who also plays for Adelaide United. Yeah, just half an hour into this game, thanks to the One World LED and Sports Systems scoreboard. Pitch 2 here at Service Home Stadium in Jepps Cross. As Franks deals with that, and it's going to be another free kick for the NTC. Dewey. Goes back to King. Of course, a lot of these girls are in that side that did win the treble last year in that reserve side. So most of them had that as their achievements. And that's a great strike from distance into the arms of Kurosawa. Going to be a goal kick. She's taken long. Headed on by Mehelif. And again by Drawwater, who tries to send Karina Rossi, and it goes through to the goalkeeper, Kurosawa. Macaulay. Back to Kurosawa. Over to Macaulay again. Finds Jasmine Franks. 1-2 between each other, and it's sent long down the line. As it's dealt with by Cornolo. Hailing from Mount Gambier, Cornolo. Spent some time at International Soccer Club as well as Fulham United. Year-old. Look at the ball she's playing as well. It's a great ball down the line as Jasmine Franks chases it backwards and sends it into the middle of the park to her goalkeeper, and it's a bit of a 1-2 around in the box and sent long once again. It's a great through ball, and it's cleared by Cornolo. Chapel. Here's Karina Rossi again. Striked again over the bar by Marley Donsberg. Will be another goal kick. Dealt with very nicely again by FSA as it's headed on and still in. Off the Birkalla as they chalk it out for another throw. Will be Holdcroft. Take a throw backwards. Sent into the middle of the park, and goal kick. for Kurosawa. In between the sticks. Goes back to her. Here's Franks. Goes back to Macaulay and then back to Kurosawa. And out once again. Now we'll reset here, 2-0 down. Thanks to a goal from Rossi and Donsberg. Right. Their captain, Marley Donsberg, of course, did spend some time at Salisbury Inter and was removed at half-time of last week's game. Guess it was a bit of an injury scare, but not too sure what was going on there, as she's now with a chance to drive Daisy Drawater. She's again. And back to Mayerliff. Here's Miller. Finds Cornola. Just again slow the game down, waiting for some pressure. Dewey. Cornolo and back out. It's a great long ball over the top and it's dealt with nicely by the centre half of Birkalla. Not long left of this first half either. Will be another throw for the side. In red, 2-0 up. They lead here. And they get knocked out by Bcala, and here's Rossi again, who will try luck, and it goes back over to Kurosawa again. Over to Macaulay. Straight through. And that's a great through ball again. This time it's Mills. He'll go around the first. Around the second. Doesn't quite get past Mayerliff, but it will be a goal kick. For Emily Miller. Of course, also spent some time in the Adelaide United team as well in the A-League, getting kept out of a compatriot in Elena Meleg, but has been named on a couple of team sheets. 16-year-old Emily Miller. Also got Claudia Jenkins over there as well. So lots of competition for in between the sticks at the Reds, but FSA sends Karina Rossi forward and it doesn't amount to anything and goes the other way. She's yet to make a debut, senior debut, Emily Miller, for Adelaide United, but it's the best she's going to get for NTC, maybe for a while with the talent coming through at that football club. But Donsberg sends through Karina Rossi. And she does go around the first, and it's off the post by Maeve Nicholas, and it will be a goal kick. Bcala go the other way, and it's another throw for them. Lots of tension down this right-hand side for them as they try look for Lena Vogel. Did score a hat-trick last week. The former Borussia Mönchengladbach midfielder. Also did spend some time with the German youth teams as well. Before coming over to Adelaide to play for Adelaide University, and now Birkalla. She's a data analyst as well in her free time. Football's probably the goal for her, the 26-year-old German. It's headed on again by Simpson. And it will be a slow throw in for them. Back to Miller. And over to Dewey. And that's a great long ball. And here, shouts for offside, but it will be play on. And she does have Maeve Nicholas in the centre of the park for her. She doesn't get there. That's a great ball into the park, but nothing quite out comes to the end of that, as there's another chance for them now as Nicholas sends a cross in. Over the top is a second chance brought down, and it will be a goal kick. Looks like it was Michaela Holdcroft as well there. Just brought down, but no free kick is the call for that. It's approaching half time here. It's the One World LED and Sportal Systems scoreboard. Of course, just across the park is that Salisbury Inter game. We'll get you a score update for that. It is 1-0 to Campbelltown City over in that game, as West Torrens just send it over the bar, and it was Angela Mills who tried her luck from distance, but didn't get there once either. Is King. Cornolo over to Miller. Half time exactly now. Dewey. Back to King. Over to the fullback and sent on. Here's Simpson, and affected once again, and will be a throw. Of course, we did have a drinks break about 15 minutes into this game as well, so might be some time added on at the end of this half. Headed is Rossi. And it's sent all the way through. Is back to the goalkeeper in Miller, who's under pressure, but she goes over to Cornolo. And here's Mayliff. Back to Miller. Long by Miller. Just to find Dewey, and she does. That's a good turn by Rossi. Goes out wide. Too wide. Doesn't quite get there. Kurosawa. Over to Macaulay. Here's Robertson. It's deflected out, and it will be another throw for Bcala. It's a great throw by Simpson over the top of everyone, and it's gone out for an NTC throw this time. Centered. Cleared. It's half-time here at Service FM Stadium. It's 2-0 to the home side in NTC. They do lead with a Marley Donsberg and a Karina Rossi goal, but they find a way to get Lena Vogelzund into this game. But Ross Papadakis is more NPLSA action around the ground. Campbelltown do lead 1-0 to Salisbury Inter over the other side of the park. But Ross Papadakis will be back in 15 minutes for some more Apex Steel NPL Women's South Australia action. Don't go anywhere.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings. Tom Wren for sport. Jade Robran on the scene as it happens. Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide. Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local and only on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Welcome football fans, one and all, to the 2025 RAA NPLSA Grand Final. A night where history beckons. Under the lights here tonight, one team will end their years of wait and finally add another elusive star upon their crest, while the other will face heartbreak and their dreams of glory will have to wait yet another year. It's the Metro Stars Soccer Club facing up against Croydon Football Club. And we're underway here. We have a lift-off in the 2025 RAA NPLSA Grand Final. You can hear the noise already.
Success in this game. Hopefully for him that changes tonight.
First corner of the day by Michael Chidini. Near post. Walls with the header. And it's a great save from Daniel Margosh near to his post on the right there. But it's the first chance of the day, Mark, and it's a great delivery. First again, Chidini looking for that near post. This time it's a Croydon head. Out to Satira with the volley. Not sure if the goalkeeper had sight of that one, but it's just gone past the near post.
Yeah.
Here's Oscar Slattery looking to deliver. It's a great ball in as well. Nobody's there for Croydon. And now John will try and clean this up at the back post. John on his left foot, strikes. And deflected out for the first corner for Croydon, Mark. A great delivery there from young Oscar Slattery. Again off the boot of Polly. Celebrated his 150th game this year. Out Trimboli with a right-footed strike, and that's far and wide, but an early sider there for Croydon and their leading marksman this season, Luca Trimboli. Here's his delivery now, near post. Good defensive header. Still going to come to Hisamoto with a strike on the left. Didn't connect with that one as he would have liked, and goes far over the bar.
Yeah, they know that the fact is they've got the ability to get the ball into play, and this is where they can catch teams out.
That missed header has led it to Chittadini on the edge of the box, has a strike deflected. Porter's there, the goalkeeper is too. I think he might have been offside there, Porter, but Daniel Margosh putting himself in the danger area.
Really does a lot of hard work, and a lot of work that people don't normally see a lot of.
Passio John doing the work to find Klimek free, and now it's Trimboli with a left-footed strike. Caught neatly on the volley there, but he can't find the target mark.
Press a little bit higher, press a little bit harder, and it's proof in the pudding now.
Back to Klimek, first time delivery. Finds all the way out to Styles, who tries to lift it far post for Slattery, wins the header. Trimboli, does he get a second opportunity? He's going to go with his left again. And now John with Nagel. John has the strike. It's just past the far post mark.
Supremacy with that ball and on the park.
Here's Visser back with the ball at his feet to sight for Metro fans to enjoy. Woodfin now finds the free man. Satira puts a ball in. More fantastic work there from young Chris Vivian, getting in the way once again, Mark. And
he's a zip, and we've seen that by the fact that the passing has been fantastic.
That's an excellent ball from Chittadini to his opposing winger in Visser. He's going 1v1, trying to favour onto that left foot. It is strike, but over the bar, and it's not deflected either, as Visser's trying to claim, but
him in the side.
Playing his 32nd game today. It's also in line with Jackson Walls and his goalkeeper there in Cody Ostrike. And they're the three to play all games this season. Now we're in the box with Chittadini, has a strike. It's got not enough power on it as Margush can come, and he may give a word there to, looks like, here's Polly. Great deep delivery, Mapaw's there with a header. It's a great save though. Cody Ostrike down to his right, push it out for a corner, but
another 45, very similar to the first 45. Both teams willing to attack, both teams throwing themselves on the line to defend.
Now McNamara has to deal with this. Hisamoto's going to beat him to the ball. Looks to have a strike, deflected, and it's in, Mark! Into the top right corner, and it's Maya Hisamoto who opens the scoring here in the RA NPLSA final. And what a goal it is, Mark.
We said they've started 100 mile an hour, both teams going for it. Croydon, first team to capitalise. Noel McNamara can't clear his lines. He's gone to hook it out. Trimboli read where he was going to go, managed to get the block in. It fell kindly to Hisamoto. Then Hisamoto able to get his shot on target.
Came out on the winning side of that occasion. So far in grand finals for Metro, he's not been so lucky. There's another turnover in the middle of the park. Trimboli, his touch is loose, but he beats Gow to the ball. Now he switches it. Excellent vision from Trimboli to find Passio John. He has the strike and it's deflected. And not more great defensive work from wingers. That was Chittadini all the way back. High boot there by Martinelli, but he's going to win the ball. Looks to deliver near post. No touch forthcoming for Croydon.
Up, Ren obviously, then Nagamatsu moved on. Windsor's come in. So when you're playing a side like this, that just allows you the opportunities as well.
Right in the thick of things there with a great touch. Looking for the return by Visser. Shapes to shoot instead, and maybe that was the wrong option as it skies well over the bar. But a good first introduction there for Owen Windsor. Took the ball down.
Coming off, but I think they'll be on fairly soon, unlike the delay to Owen Windsor when he made his entry due to an issue with the colour of his socks.
Ball comes in and it's a big chance there. Another switcher play by Woodfin. It's excellent to Visser. He's got to look to put a ball in here. Looks for the cutback instead. It's Chittadini. It's deflected. We're going to see another chance here on the break. Greco has fed Alexander Good. But his shot is deflected out, and there was some good defending there by Metro Stars.
Exactly.
Yeah, they will take him on and look for the pass. He looks for the pass instead. And he spun well there, Windsor. And it's Chittadini with only the goalkeeper to beat. Takes it past him. And he can't find the back of the net. It's cleared off the line there by Vivian. But it's still alive here for Metro. And they'll win in the Shield final as well. So he's a man for the big occasion. And he might be the one to finish things off here tonight. But struggling to clear their lines here at Croydon. Visser trying to find the feet of Windsor. He's in behind, takes a pass, another one at Windsor. Too close to the goalkeeper, and Croydon will clear mark. But they're really pushing up. Can Croydon seal things off here with a second? Delivery into the box. It's dangerous, and it's just over. Additional time.
I was going to say that was just announced around the ground, the 6 minutes, and that's the boos from Croydon side of the grandstand.
D'Angelo's in the box now, looking for a cross, and it's in! It's Woodfin, the hero! The Americans got them back in the clash, Mark, and it's at the death here. He's just nicked into the near post. We said it might have been too late, but it's never too late for the Americans.
No, we always said it might be too late, but Metro have always got the opportunity. You can never write them off. And we thought that was a little bit odd that Woodfin was getting the ball rolling quickly, but it allowed McNamara to swing that ball into the far post. D'Angelo fighting, and we're going to head to extra time by the looks of it.
What a moment for Metro Stars. They're back in this game, and we look like we're heading to extra time, but there's still 5 minutes to play here, Mark. And by all means, there could be more chances. Still in the box, and it's another goal! And it's Andre Cole, the hero for Croydon! We thought it was over, but it's not over, and Croydon look like they're going to go all the way to the win.
We can't say that now. We cannot say that now. We've just seen 2 goals in the space of a minute.
We said he was the man for the big occasions, Andre Cole, and he hasn't had too many this year, but this could be the biggest for him. Goals in grand finals. Who else do you call for but Mr. Andre Cole, Mark?
He's had a rough season. He's just come up and possibly won it for Croydon. Passage on. All the hard work he's put in this whole game. Puts in an absolute delightful ball.
McNamara can clear. Only to Martinello. A slip. Greco. Can he seal it with a third? It's deflected, and it's going to be a corner, Mark. That's another clearance. And the whistle's in the mouth of Regis Quefalek, and your champions for 2025 are Croydon FC. After 8 long years of wait, the crown is finally theirs, and it's going back to Bologna, Mark. It's bedlam there on the pitch. Your 2025 REA NPLSA champions. 6th time champions of SA here. And they're back on top, Croydon. The underdogs tonight, but they're going to be heroes for years.
I think something most people don't realise about being a referee is how rewarding it actually is, and like the amount of friends and mates you make along the way. Like, it's just a really great community. I was really nervous. I just got a random call up and I went out to the ground, but it was really great. Like, I had great support my first game, and it was really good to just be surrounded by people who did support me. I love officiating football because it's really rewarding, and like, it's a great way to be still a part of the game even if you aren't playing. I think my "this is why I do it" moment was last year, this year actually. I made my debut as an A-League official, and just being in front of like a big crowd was really cool to have experience, and it clicked in that moment. I was like, yeah, this is 100% why I do it. I have a great support system like here at FSA behind me. I would 100% say to someone who was thinking of becoming a referee to absolutely just go for it. Like, it's not as scary as you think it might be. Like, it's really good.
Well, it's the second half here at Service FM Stadium. Pitch 2. The home side, NTC, do lead 2-0 to West Torrens Birkalla. It's a goal by Marley Donsberg and Karina Rossi. Gave us the 2 goals in that first half. Of course, West Torrens Birkalla did win 3-0 last week, and FSA did draw 1-1 to Modbury Vista. And we're underway again. We'll keep you posted if there are any other changes happening in this game. We'll go through the subs in a bit too. Of course, last year these two played each other as well. It was a 4-2 win. That's a Annalise Simpson there, who's trying to bring the ball back the other way, and here's Sian Dewey. Tries to through ball through, and it does try to get to Nicholas, and she doesn't get there either, but it will be another throw. Yes, it was a 4-2 win to them. It was goals from Elena Vega, Bilesh, Simic, and Calvinese. Of course, none of those 4 in the squad today. West Torrens goal scorers on that day was Vogelsund and Robertson, who are playing, and Vogelsund doesn't know how to score goals. Did score 3 against Campbelltown, who do lead in their game against Salisbury Inter. We'll keep you posted with the results of that game throughout today, and some men's fixtures in the REA NPL will kick off shortly as well, and we'll keep you posted about that Adelaide City versus Adelaide United game over at Adelaide City Park. And here is Cornolo. Does find a midfielder in Ruby King and goes straight through and gets around the first and sent all the way back to Miller. It's still 1-0 in that game across the grandstand. Annalise Simpson there with the throw. Goes back to her. Over the top to Williams. Back over to Simpson. When it's sent all the way back. Bit of a miscommunication, and all the way back to Robertson. Here's Robertson driving, still driving, and snapped up nicely. And here's Karina Rossi. Still going. Goes around the first, and she does turn around the second, and still going, Karina Rossi, and pushed out, and it will be a corner for Football South Australia. Of course, also on the bench for FSA is Sophie Canova, Kimmy Van Rensburg, Chiara O'Reilly, and Ava Carvalho. And for the visitors, we'll get to after the corner, but the likes of Mabel Day, Cousins, Needs, Dragani, and Ponotsis. And there's a corner sent in, headed away to near post, and goes back to Dewey. And sent into the middle of the park, and there's not an FSA player there to get on the end of it, but goes into the feet of Kurosawa. It's just been pushed out by its Michaela Holdcroft. Strikes from distance again by Bcala, and it's a goal kick. 48 minutes into that game over Salisbury Inter versus Campbelltown City, thanks to the One World LED and Portal System scoreboard. 1-0 is it there. Campbelltown lead on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Great weather here in Jeps Cross. It's headed on by Simpson. Here's Vogelsund. Striked along the floor, and it's not quite dealt with by Emily Miller. And here's Birkalla with a chance. Around the first one. It's tripped, but it's play on, and Birkalla's now got numbers in the box to try capitalize off this, and it's struck over the top, hit the crossbar, and it's stayed in field of play as it gets chased. It's Vogelsund. It's Princess. Free kick for NTC. Salisbury Inter is recruited quite well as Campbelltown. Of course, Olivia Brumley is back at Campbelltown after a stint abroad. As well as the likes of Michaela Vidmar, who joins Salisbury Inter. And it's a ball sent into the box, and that's a great stop by Alice McCauley, and goes back the other way. Chasing. Here is Donberg. Draw water. Back over, and here she is again, and she slots it through. It's dealt with nicely by Kurosawa. Again, goes back, and it will be another corner for FSA. NTC. And that corner. Looks like it'll be a similar kind of corner tactic going on here. And tips across, and it's sent into the box and not quite dealt with, but here's Marley Donberg. Goes backwards and sends across in is Holdcroft. Does it gets into the arms, and it's distributed quickly by Kurosawa. She will drive herself, and she's got 4 red shirts in the box. Does the Bcala winger as she goes backwards. And it's long. Chased by Vogelsund. Around the first. Crossed into the box, and it's picked up by Miller in goal. And back the other way. Is Robertson. She's out for another throw, and it will be, you'd assume, Annalise Simpson to take it. She will. Back to the centre back. Over to draw water, and a long ball over the top to try to find her winger. Nicholas, but doesn't get there again. It will be a substitute coming on for the visitors. I'll get confirmation for you, and it looks like it'll be like for like change. It looks like it was Lara Dragani, but we'll get confirmation. It is a winger, but it's a fullback rather. But don't assume, but we'll get you posted on who that was when we are aware. Sent into the box, picked up by Miller. Again, long by Miller. Kurosawa. Back the other way. And here, Bcala with the long ball. Headed on. And there's a chance for Bcala now to halve the deficit. It's sent into the box and it's going to be a corner for the away side. Another corner for Birkalla. Still no confirmation of who that change. We'll get that as soon as you can, but we will for now have a corner for Birkalla. And it's sent in. It's dealt with very nicely, but it's not. And it's a goal for Birkalla, and Emily Miller has had a shocker there, but the deficit's been halved. And it's 2-1. Still to FSA, but Birkalla has got the goal that they needed. After a bit of a miscommunication and a scramble in the box, it's now 2-1. Thought she dealt with it very nicely, but must have gone down a bit tough on it as Dewey gets us underway. She's again. She goes wide. Long, and it's through to the Kurosawa in between the sticks. We'll slow it down and go to Annalise Simpson. Cole Robertson. Sian Dewey just dispossessed as it's gone back the other way. I think it was Lena Vogelsund who did get that goal. We'll let you know. And it's a great turn by the substitute, and she's brought down. And we throw in for the other direction. Holcroft. Dewey. Sorry for that, guys. We just had a bit of technical difficulties, but we're back in action here at Service FM Stadium, and we think the goal was scored by number 5 of Birkalla, which means it would be Annalise Simpson, but it was number 4, Nicole Robertson, who did get that goal. It's 2-1 now. Back the other way by Marley Donsberg. That's Erin Price in the left back role as Donsberg sent forward. To Dewey. Back to Prince. And here's Williams. Back to Franks. Into the middle of the park, and she's pushed off the ball, but it's free kick for West Torrens Bcala now. Will be a free kick for them. Lots of numbers in the box for Birkalla as they look to get a draw out of this game, and it's sent on very far as Emily Miller gets her hands to it. Back the other way now, and here's Mayliff. Holdcroft over to Cornolo. Will she go to Prince? She does, as Victorian goes backwards and finds centre back in Cornolo. Over to Dewey, back over to Prince. And it's 61 minutes on the One World LED and Sportal System scoreboard here. Just half an hour to play in this game, and it's still 2-1 to the home side thanks to Karina Rossi and Marley Donsberg. And here's now Birkalla, and that's a great spin by Vogelsund. And then long. There's Nicholas, draw water, and it looks like there was a bit of a high boot in the middle of the park. Be a halting play for a little bit. We'll check the scores of that Salisbury Inter game. As we're back underway with Sian Dewey. Back to Prince. Over to Cornolo. It is 2-1 now in that Salisbury Inter game. 63 minutes on that One World LED and Sportal System scoreboard, but just tuning in now, it was 1-0 at halftime for them as Sasha Williams tries to feed the ball through to Vogelsund, and here's Marty Donsberg as Sian Dewey pushes it into the crowd as it's going to be another throw. Yeah, it looks like the winner was scored by Brooks of Salisbury Inter in the 60th minute over there. And it was Hewitt who did score the goal, and it was Doman with Campbelltown City's goal, but it will be drinks break now here at Service FM Stadium, and half an hour to go on the clock of our game, and results still going into FSA's favour with a goal from Karina Rossi and Nai Donsberg, the captain, former Salisbury player herself. And it was a goal by, I think, Nicole Robertson of West Torrens Bcala. Half the deficit, and still time to get another one out of this game. And we're back after that drinks break, and Adelaide United's men's side has just kicked off against Central Coast Mariners as well. We'll keep you posted with those scores, but their lineups is Smits, Barnett, Vrenz, Kikianis, Kito, Yal, White, Alagic, Dukli, Muniz, and Luka Jovanovic up top for them. And of course, there was just the one change in this game, and we are still yet to get confirmation of who that actually is. Over in Victoria, Hume City is beating Dandenong Thunder 3-1. And after their games at 2-0. And of course, Dandenong Thunder were set for NPL. I guess you could say an NPL Australian Championship spot, but they lost on the final day of NPL Victoria to hand it over to Heidelberg United, who went on to the semi-final against South Melbourne, but it's a long ball over the top for FSA as they send the ball in, headed on by Karina Ross, who's not tall enough, and Dewey gets on to Donsberg, and back the other way for Birkalla. Still Birkalla. Sent over and deflected out wide again. It's back with Prince as she goes into Dewey and finds Donsberg to Rossi, back to Dewey, and here's King, who goes wide to Donsberg, who will feed her winger, and she does get the through ball off, and here's Holdcroft, pushes it out for a goal kick. Of course, the table of last year was a lot separated these two sides. Of course, it was Football SA who did finish in 4th, and Birkalla did finish in 6th. We did say that the 2 times they played each other, it was a 4-2 loss for Bcala and then a 2-0 loss. Of course, 2-1 today, so got on the score sheet. But they've lost that clean sheet that they got in round 1, and Salisbury Inter's now leading against the side that they did that against. And it's a great through ball through to Prince, and here's Donsberg. She goes down, gets out chased by Macaulay and goes back to a goalkeeper. Back up to Kurosawa. Back to her as well now, and back the other way is Robertson. Drives, sends it through to the middle of the park to Vogelsund. And now, NPC with a chance to drive the other way. Deflected by Marley Donsberg. Again, sent on. 70 minutes on the One World LED and Sportal System scoreboard here at Service FM Stadium. Just 20 minutes to play between these two sides. As Simpson's driving, and that's a great chance that she's brought down. It's a free kick to FSA as Mayerlift's been taken down. And free kick for them, and 20 minutes to go. It's over to Miller. It does again. Go long and headed on by Simpson. Ken Simpson. Still Simpson, and she tries to strike herself, but she slips last. It goes back out for another goal kick. (2-1) still in that game over there. And in that Adelaide City versus Adelaide United game, it is 0-0, just kicked off 5 minutes ago over there. And of course this game, 17 minutes played. There's 20 on the clock as Annalise Simpson chases and goes back to Kurosawa. Here's Robertson. Here's Robertson again. Back to Simpson. Deflected off Vogelsund. And out again, and it's going to be a throw. It's time for Bcala, and Sarah Chappell hands the ball over to Annalise Simpson, the right back. Chased by Sasha Williams and headed on by Dewey. And it looks like Kimmy Van Rensburg's been subbed on for FSA. We'll let you know for who, but of course the former Parafields Gardens junior does make the pitch. Number 5 shirt, Kimmy Van Rensburg, 17-year-old. Also played for Salisbury Inter as well, and she's sitting in that midfield role by the looks of it. She's getting chased down and knocked on and headed away. Vogelsund. Now Williams. Back over to Vogelsund, and here's Chappell. Goes backwards. Dewey. Sent wide again. Here's King. And King goes into the middle of the park, and apparently that's offside, but looked close from this angle. Still 2-1 in that game over there. 75 minutes on the clock 2-1 to Salisbury Inter. Donsberg sends it over to his centre mid counterpart. Goes back to Kimmy van Rensburg in place of Erin Price by the looks of it, but goes over to Donsberg again. Nope, that is Erin Price still on. It's Donsberg. Back to Erin Price and chases the ball as it goes out for another throw. What a beautiful facility this is as well, Service FM Stadium. Of course, I'm originally from Melbourne, but don't really get facilities like this. We have a thing called the Home of the Matildas, which isn't anything on par with this sort of facility, but it's good to see a lot of investment into our game in this state. But Simpson goes backwards and finds Chapel. And back on to West Torrens. Bcala down a little bit and 2-1 down as they lead into the final 15 minutes of this game thanks to the One World LED and Sportal Systems scoreboard. But yeah, still anyone's game here at Service FM Stadium as Holdcroft brings out of defence and heads it over to Cornolo. Four corners apiece as well between these two sides right now, but there's Kimmy van Rensburg. There's Holdcroft. Here's Cornolo now. Slots a through ball through to her winger, and she's brought down, but she's stayed on her feet, and it's a through ball sent through and through to the arms of Kurosawa. As she sends a long ball over. Taken down, but Sian Dewey slots it through to a striker. It's cleared once again, this time by Sarah Chappell. Time for another drinks break here at Service FM Stadium as well now. Pretty hot conditions. It's not overly unbearable, but weather into your phone right now, it's sitting at 26 degrees, but you know, out on the park it could be anything from 26 to 35 here in Adelaide. You know, you get a nice breeze up in the north, but we'll take another drinks break, and of course they did have that 15-minute the 15-minute half-time period as well, and that time was added on to the end of the half, the first half, but it's now another drinks break every 15 minutes or so, I'm assuming, but just about 10 minutes to go of this game. Because we are aware of the one later, it was Kimmy van Rensburg coming on. If they do have any others, it would be one of Cara O'Reilly, Ella Carvalho, or Sophia Canova. For Bcala, it's Emily Cousins, Hayley Needs, Lara Dragani, and Marie Ponotsis on the bench for them. Almost back underway after this drinks break here at Service FM Stadium. Still 2-1 to the home side in the red. Of course, elsewhere as well. Still 0-0 in that Adelaide City vs Adelaide United game. And Adelaide United in the A-League are still drawing at 0-0. Ethan Alagich with a yellow card in that game against Central Coast in Gosford, as Aaron Price lines up to take a throw to restart play. She does. Headed on. Back out. By Marley Donsberg off the back of the head of Simpson. And same situation again as it's sent into the middle of the park. Van Rensburg is tripped, and it's going to be a free kick on the edge of the box for the NTC. That was good football by Kimmy Van Rensburg. Parafield Gardiner. And that looks like it's going to be one of Ruby King or Marley Donsberg to take this free kick. They can hit him, but looks like it's a yellow card as well handed out. 4 people lining up in front of this wall. There's confirmation as well. It was a substitute of Bcala was Marie Pronotis. Lining up ahead of this ball is Van Rensburg. And it's striked over the wall and over the bar by Sian Dewey, but Ava G rather, apparently. Goes back the other way, and Birkalla now is unable to bring it out of the back line, and it's brought back into the play by Van Rensburg. Striked into the park and getting chased down. Maria Poronitsis go back the other way. Poniotsis. She will take the throw now. Of course, we would yet to see how much time will be added on for those drinks breaks, but not long left now. Just 7 minutes on the One World LED and Sportal System scoreboard here at Service FM Stadium Pitch 2. Of course, Sturt Lions versus Metro Stars and Payford Patriots versus Croydon FC are kicking off just shortly in that Adelaide City versus Adelaide United game. It is still 0-0, and I can get you an update as well for that Salisbury Inter versus Campbelltown game. Just 85 minutes on the clock there, and it's still 2-1 to Salisbury, coming from 1-0 down. Could it be a similar story here? Who Torrance Bcala started 2-0 down. It is now 2-1, but it's Aaron Price who goes backwards. Back to her. Dewey. So it's a through ball through, and it's getting chased down by Marley Donsberg. Goes backwards. Into the middle of the box, and there's a chance for a strike from distance over the bar. It is by Daisy Drawater. It's Franks. Find Volzend. Back over to Simpson. And then out once again. It's going to be a Adelaide United throw this time. There's not long left here in this clash, and it's just 1 goal of deficit. It's 5 minutes to play. And this FSA through as they try, but it's again dispossessed by Macaulay. But here's another chance now for them as it's a distance strike shy of the post, and it gets pushed out for a Kurosawa throw, goal kick rather. Looks like there might be another change coming on as well for one of the sides. Just a change coming on, I think it was. We'll get confirmation. Adelaide United, or FSA, who made a change. It's Ella Carvalho who's on, the English native who spent some time at Stanley Park in England as well as the Cove. Also did spend some time at West Torrens Birkalla as well. Did represent the state at the National Futsal Champs and SA at National Emerging Championships. And here she is with a chance, as dispossessed by Simpson. Here she's now. Carvalho, back to goal. Returns to Donsberg. Goes back to Dewey. And wide. Here's Nicholas. Striked, and it gets pushed away. Here's Simpson. And again. Gone long. There's a chance, but it's dripped off by Ashlyn Cornolo and sent back the other way. It's just about finished over there as well at the Salisbury Inter versus Campbelltown City game. It's dealt with very nicely by Marley Donsberg, and back the other way with draw water and pushed on. Another throw in dying minutes here, and doesn't look like there will be another goal in this game from either side. If there was going to be one, it looks like after Karina Rossi's been taken off, it's been a little bit of a low intensity game in terms of attacking third quadrant of the NTC, but they progress and go backwards. Birkalla throwing everything at it as they go backwards again and dispossessed by FSA. And here's a chance now as they drive, and the winger's got the ball. So keep going, and rounds the first. It's over to draw water backwards. King. King, who sends the winger down the line, and it's across into the box, and it's just pushed off. And Drawater gets the ball back. Here she is now with a distance, striked off over the bar. That was almost 3-1. Ruby King. And it's just about game over here at Service FM Stadium, pitch 2. And what a way to close the game out that would have been, but just here 2-1 now for the side in the red. It's Vogelzund. Goes to Dragani. Still Vogelzund. Still Vogelzund. Up against her man, and she goes around the first. She's taken down, and it will be a free kick now for West Torrens Bcala. And there's not long left in this game. Is this the opportunity for them? Salvage a point out of this game. Looks like Alice McCauley's gonna be the one that takes it. She did go over to Lena Vogelzund, and some dialogue was had, but looks like she's the one standing over it. 2 in the wall for FSA, as we would assume would be one of the final kicks of the game. And it's a free kick sent in. It's sent far post, and it's all the way over, and it's a goal kick. Miller. '93rd minute in that other game as well. 92nd minute here. It's sent on. West Birkalla. Go the other way. Pushed for another throw. Football South Australia won't be in any rush to take this throw, but sent in. Again, out for another throw with Football South Australia. (2-1) the score. Sent all the way back to Kurosawa. And then back. Here's Chapel. Oh, it's bounced off her head again as Vogelzund tries to go long, and Ellie Princess, who again just having trouble there on that right hand side, but looks like it's pretty much game over here at Service FM Stadium, pitch 2, but '93rd minute as Bacala's through, and someone's taken down in the box. And is that a penalty? It's not. Referee waves her arms. Miller will get us back underway. It's long ball, headed on by Bacala. Sent long by Dewey. Getting chased down by Carvalho, and goes through to Kanazawa. Kanazawa just pushes it again. It's pushed out for a throw, and it's West Torrens who go the opposite direction. Another throw now. At this time it's NTC. Here's Franks. And that's full time here at Service FM Stadium. It's 2-1 to the home side for South. Goal that secured all 3 points for the home side. It was a consolation goal by Nicole Robertson. That's all 3 points to the home side, who really struggled in the first week with a 1-1 draw against Modbury Vista, and the away side, in this case it's Birkalla, but they into this game lost 2-1 themselves, but that's full time here at Service FM Stadium. And I've been Ross Papadakis. Thanks for joining me in this Apex Steel WNPL South Australia fixture. We'll be back next week for some more action, and don't forget to tune in around the grounds. We've got that Adelaide City versus Adelaide United game, play for Patriots versus Croydon Kings, and we've also got Sturt Lions versus Metro Stars and Adelaide Comets taking on Adelaide University. Ross Papadakis, thanks for joining me this Saturday, the 14th of March.